Afternoon, all. Coach Russ here from the Right Coach, and we're having a great day. Today, we're talking about motivation. I start off this morning talking to you about how I had to motivate myself to get out the door this morning to go and do a walk because for the last couple of weeks I've had an injury and nothing serious, but I know it's a back injury, a reoccurring back problem. I know when it happens that the only solution is to rest and to see my medical professional, but unfortunately she can't be seeing me now because of the situation we're in, so I have no choice but to rest. So I've not worked out for 2 weeks, which has sent me a little bit crazy, but it also knocks the motivation. When the motivation is knocked, it's really hard to restart. And I don't know if you find that it's a bit of a paradox. You need to get motivated to find the motivation to start. So how do you do that? How do you find that first bit of inspiration, that first, yes, I can do it? Because as sure as eggs is eggs, you don't jump out of bed in the morning and think, yes, let's go, ready to go, quick somersault, quick jump, quick run, and I'm up and running. And especially when your goal is such a long way away. So if you're training for something particular and you only started again, once you get in the rhythm of doing it, it's fine. But if you're, I don't know, going for a marathon, that's what you're training for. Or you're training to run a 10K, or you're training for a Tough Mudder, or you're training for whatever it may be. It seems such a long way away. So the motivation to start is just like, wow, how do I do this? How do I get going? And the only way you get going is really simple. You just do something small. You see, it's easy to get out of bed in the morning, or easier to get out of the bed and think, right, today I do one walk around the block. That's it. And I stop there. Or today I do 10 squats. That's it. Stop there. Or today I do a press up or do 5. And you make a note of what you do. Now, that's starting small. But if your goal is such a long way away, you're not going to get out of bed and run a marathon today. There's nothing you can do today if you're just starting that will help you finish a marathon of 26 miles in 6 months' time. Nothing you can do long term on a big scale. But that first step today will mean you can do 2 steps tomorrow. And when you wake up tomorrow morning thinking, right, yes, I did that 1 step, whatever it was, I know I can do that now. I'm motivated to repeat that. Or I'm motivated to add to it. It's quite simple, really. Make it small. And the major downside I find, personally, and when I speak to clients about it, is that they find it so much easier to eat well when they're training. Because the mind is motivated, it's switched on to understand that I'm doing something good, therefore everything else falls into place. It's so much easier to go out and do 10,000 steps a day, and that's not necessarily your training, that's just extra, because you've had a good day in the gym, or you've had a good workout, or you've swam where you wanted to swim to, whatever it may be you're doing, everything else seems that little bit easier. And when it comes to food, you tend to make the right choices because you know you've done some form of exercise. You don't want to ruin that with bad food, so you make the right choices. But all that starts with is when you wake up in the morning, even if you don't train first thing in the morning. I know a lot of people like to. I love training first thing. I'm not a train late at night sort of person. It doesn't do any good for me. I like to get out and get it done and inspire myself for the rest of the day. But even if you're not that person, you want to train late at night, you need to do something in the morning to make you want to get out of bed. You need to do something to inspire you to move. So that may just be, I'm going to get out of bed and do a stretch routine for 5 minutes. It may be I'm going to get out of bed and go up and down the stairs 10 times. Because tomorrow you can do 11 times. The day after you can do 12. Or tomorrow you can do it 10 times again. You can do 10 a week. And next week you do 11. And as you build that base of motivation, that base of doing things daily, your motivation reappears. Because you know you can do it, so you can now base your motivation on your history rather on, can I do it? Is it guesswork, or do I base it on knowledge? So if you do it daily, you're basing your motivation, your continued motivation, on knowledge that you can do it, rather than the assumption that, well, I think I can do it. So I hope that helps. Start small, find a tiny little thing, find a tiny little win, do it repeatedly, and the motivation to continue will return. I guarantee it. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. Stay motivated. I'll see you all soon. Coach Russ, out.